Ladies and gentlemen, for the 773rd time, it is the Mason and Friends Show, featuring that dude called Jew, aka El Juperino.
Hi, girls.
As well as that dude called Big Mike, aka Whoopi.
Yeah.
Me, I am Mahoney. Welcome to the Mason and Friends Show.
What's happening, y'all?
Now, let me give a shout out real quick to Pee Wee Herman. This part is why I didn't watch the show very much. You hear this theme song?
Oh, you didn't like?
I swear, like...
That was a little bit annoying, but once you got past it, though...
The intro was so good and ethereal that it would lock me in. And then this would happen and my head would spin and I'd change the channel as a child.
Yeah. This part right here was... It could have done without, but you know...
Yeah. That
was part of it.
I love how it introduces you to everything so you're acclimated with the show.
Yep.
But the voice, like, if he had somebody else singing, you hear this girl?
Oh, yeah.
I hate that. I hate that shit.
It's the voice that got you.
That shit made me change the channel every time. It's like Sanford and Son. The reason I watched Sanford and Son was because I love the intro.
Yeah.
The reason I didn't watch
What's Happening? Yeah.
is because I didn't like the intro.
What's Happening was like a playful beat.
Well, but like What's Happening would come on after Sanford and Son, and I would change the channel just as Rerun was running down the street.
Okay.
Like, I couldn't make it through the intro. Just like this, it's still going.
Yeah.
It doesn't stop. That intro, like the part that I liked is the part that we opened the show with. And then the part that I don't like is the part that's back there now.
Yep. I can dig it.
Well, but it really made me realize that the reason I watched certain shows as a child was because the intro.
Yep.
Did the intro lock me in? Or
Shit,
did it scare
that's how it was with Dukes of Hazzard and fucking Amen.
When he's out there skipping rope.
Yeah, that you're like, oh shit, he ready, yo.
Dude, the Jeffersons. I watched the Jeffersons because I liked the theme song.
But see, the theme songs got you hooked because you knew when the song came on, you knew what time it was, you knew about what show you was fitting to sit down and watch, whatever. You know what I mean?
Well, but it's funny because
matter of fact, New York Undercover was a good fucking theme song, and that just was just music. And you was like, oh, it had that gritty New York with the smooth saxophone in it too, you know what I mean, with some scratching in it a little bit, like that right there. It was like it was the perfect intro for a New York cop show, especially fucking an urban New York cop show. Because you had, that after they killed fucking the Hispanic guy, that's when the show went downhill. Yeah, look.
See, and this is a 30-second intro.
That's it.
They're getting to the business.
They get right to it.
Right. Michael De Lorenzo.
Yep. And Malik Yoba.
Yep, that's right. Mike don't even got to read it. He knows Malik. Patty Dayville Mill Quinn. Lauren Valais.
Yes, sir.
Jonathan LaPaglia.
That's the white dude. When he got introduced to this shit, it sucked with him on there.
He was Italian. That's a Dick Wolf show.
Yeah, yep. That was you can't go wrong with some New York Undercover, man.
So, ladies and gentlemen, things are going to sound a little different this episode.
Yeah.
Going forward, because the microphone status on the show has upgraded once again.
New mic.
Big Mike is on a new mic.
Yes, y'all.
It's my old mic, and I am on a new mic.
So you're going to hear the bass a little bassier.
Well, and I've also tuned out a lot of the highs. I'm hoping that this is going to give me a greater sound quality with the show.
There we go.
So far, I sound good to myself, but I won't really know how I think about it until I do the videos. And I sit there and look at everything.
Before we really dive into shit, I just got 2 shout-outs. One, Ace Money, Rickety Shit crew member. Yo, congratulations on everything going forward in your life. Like I said it would if you just gave it some time and do the little bits by little little bits. So congratulations to you. Also,
Shit, no, hold up. Shout out Ace Money.
Yep,
well
yep.
done, sir. Keep the ball moving.
nah, it's a her.
Oh, excuse me, Ace Money. Keep moving on the things that you're trying to get done, young lady, because that's how things get done.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Then another shout out to another shorty. I ain't seen this woman in over 20 years, man. We caught up, went out to dinner, had a good time, cut up and acted like a motherfucking fool to my girl Tia. Appreciate you, shorty. I told you I was gonna give you a shout out. Told you I was gonna show you some love. So now you gotta listen to the whole show and then get at me and let me know what you think.
Yeah, give Michael critiques if there's something you can critique on. I don't mind.
Yeah.
I like constructive criticism. If you just want to hate, then go on and
That's
hate.
good too. We love it all.
That's right.
But hey, good luck coming down, kicking it with you, man. Great times. We're going to get together again soon. Love you, girl. Now back to the business. Yo, by any chance, did y'all see this shit that's supposed to be going on with fucking Lizzo's ass right now?
Lizzo apparently made people touch people inappropriately.
Well, apparently,
Who the hell
what
is
it,
Lizzo?
the big girl that be blowing the flute and shaking her ass and shit, and people give her hell because she's a big girl.
She's the big girl that was
Twerking.
in the Beyonce video. She's in that Beyonce song.
She played like
She's a big girl, Jew. You gonna love.
L-I-Z-O.
You gotta love
L-I-Z-Z-O.
double Z L-I-double-Z-O. And then you gotta say O like that because she's a big girl.
What is she playing?
She plays the flute. She sings.
She plays the flute.
She
never seen that shit
George Mason's flute, the glass flute, some special flute he had
Does she play a skin flute?
that hadn't been played in fucking ever. She played it on stage, like they gave it to her to play on stage for a quick second. You know what I mean?
So she played like a renowned flute of some dead man.
Yeah, some shit like that, whatever. Well, this was the first time I heard about this shit, I looked it up and they were like, yo, she made like her backup dancers do some sexual shit in fucking Amsterdam with the sex workers, right? So I'm like, all right, what it was. So wait a
Apparently,
minute.
she made them touch people inappropriately
Well, this is what
In
they.
Amsterdam?
Yeah.
somewhere.
Well, that's legal.
Well, hold
It's
on.
not about legality. It's
This
about
is-
like if a woman came in here and I was like, "You touch her pussy, Jew," and you were like, "I don't want to touch her pussy," and I was like, "You have to touch her pussy or you're fired." Like if we were making millions of dollars on the show and I was paying you good money, and I was like, "Yeah, if you don't touch that pussy, I'm gonna fire you from the show."
But see,
That's essentially the way it feels like
So-
the people that work for Lizzo feel about it. That they felt like they lose their job if they didn't do what they were being told and encouraged by Lizzo to do.
the original story that I saw first, because it's been changing since then, said that Lizzo wanted them to eat bananas
Seductively.
out of a fucking sex worker's pussy. So I'm like, so then me being the dumbass that I am, right? You know, I'm sitting there trying to figure this out now. So look,
I might eat a banana out of a woman I like's pussy, but I'm not eating it out of a sex worker's
now,
pussy.
but here's the thing. Y'all have eaten bananas, you know what I mean?
I've eaten pussy too.
Exactly. So you put this banana in the puss, right? Now you got to keep the peel on at the top part of it that's going in the puss, because if you don't, if the banana's too ripe and it gets warm, it's gonna get mushy.
Yeah,
No,
you ain't gonna be able to
You
pull
see
it
what I'm
out.
saying?
Look, I see a massive yeast infection and a problem. with the
Somewhere,
lady
yeah,
that
somewhere
wants
it's
this-
happening. There's gonna be some issues.
Right,
Sure.
like, look, I would do all I could to talk the lady out of it. I'd be like, look, my darling, I don't think it's a good idea for me to put a banana in your pussy, even if I'm going to eat it out
But
immediately.
then I got to thinking, like, what can you call it? And I'm like, oh, you can call that Chiquita Coochie. You know what I mean?
Cup.
Like
Say again,
Chiquita
Jim?
Banana.
Cooch cup.
A coochie cup?
Cooch cup, yeah. Or cooch cup, yeah. Cooch cup.
Cooch Cup. Cooch Cup, I would think you
Cooch
like.
cup.
Cooch Cup is like, I think you have like a pocket, like you got some extra meat there. Not like you got meat
like
curtains,
a food
but
processor.
yeah, almost like that. Yeah, that's like something extra. But I'm thinking like a Chiquita Coochie, because you got Chiquita bananas. Like you want a
Chiquita
good,
vagina.
yeah, you want a good name brand banana that's gonna stand up in there. You know what I mean? Like, but if you got one of them cavernous motherfuckers with no walls, you might have to go plantain on it.
Yeah, you have to plantain it.
You just got to get one of them fat ass
Well,
fucking
plantain,
bananas.
you may not need to peel. Plantains, I think, are harder than bananas, right?
Yeah,
I think so, yeah.
I think they are.
That's why they fry
I
them
think
and
you
do all
gotta cook
sorts of
those
stuff.
Man, them
motherfuckers, right? So
motherfuckers
they
be
might
banging,
actually
though.
hold. They might don't hold justice.
Fried plantain.
No,
shit.
plantain and the veg, you might be hold justice. You may not need to peel it.
I don't know. All this sounds bad. I'd be like, why can't I just stick a finger in there and lick your clit?
Well, I don't know. This is some shit that she was doing an interview on, and she heard that sex workers.
Who is this she?
Lizzo heard that she had an interview where they showed the interview interview of her talking about sex workers in fucking Amsterdam that do this shit. And she was like, I want to try this shit out. And I'm like, damn, Lizzo's on some other shit.
Hey, look, I like her chutzpah. I like the style that she's like got this interest in like alternative weirdo stuff. Like, I feel like if we were on tour for the show, if we were riding around the country and shit, we wouldn't just be like, all right, let's go to another Outback Steakhouse tonight.
No, we're gonna venture out. We're gonna see some shit
Right.
because we're gonna have stories to tell.
So I'm saying, what can we find? What wacky shit can we stir
But
up?
then this whole shit made me think about fucking American Pie. Because what if Lizzo was that girl at band camp?
You mean,
And this one time at band camp, I stuck a flute up my pussy. You see what I'm saying? Like, it brings questions like, what did Lizzo do at band camp?
so
then?
hold on. Are you gotta stop, Mike, because we can't sit here and
Couch conspiracy.
couch conspiracy
Couch conspiracies going
about
on.
no. Look, couch conspiracies are fine, but it's got to be 18 and up Lizzo, not like what was Lizzo doing at band camp.
That
You know
could have
what I'm
been
saying?
that could have started her off in this crazy venture. Because they remember the bitch on
But think
American
about
Pie.
it. The bitch on American Pie, they were seniors. She could have been 18.
That's what I'm saying. So
like,
there we
that's-
go.
Just remember that, y'all. I mean, I'd fuck Allison Hannigan. That's what that bitch's name is.
That's what her name is.
in
Her
real
actual
life.
name is.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh,
Gotta
man,
be
what was
over
it?
18.
Yeah, I mean, sure.
Probably like Disney. There's like a 30-year-old, like Miley Cyrus has been 30-year-old life, acting like a 12-year-old. You know what I mean? Hanging Montana. All them fuckers are like grown-ass fucking kids. They look like
Absolutely.
they're 12.
Well, it's like in what was the they did the spoof movie of all the horror movies.
Oh, Scary Movie.
And they were like, yeah, like if we were actually in a movie,
Yeah.
we'd be guys in our late 20s and early 30s pretending that we were teenagers. And
Yeah,
they're
no
like,
shit.
yeah, exactly. You know, like, so this is clearly what's not going on right now.
Shit, you remember House Party, the original House Party?
'Cause that's the
You
only
had
way you
Full
can
Force.
That's the only way you can legally lust after these high school characters is if they're played by like 25-year-olds.
Oh yeah.
You're like, yeah, man. Like, I was watching High School Musical, but I was like fantasizing about the 23-year-old that's playing the 16-year-old. That's what's going on.
It's really
dude.
going on, but that's crazy when you actually say it out loud. Like when you hear it, you're like, oh wow,
That's why I like to say stuff out loud, because I'm like, y'all realize this is what's happening, right?
Heard that, right?
And then you watch people's heads fucking explode.
And then this YouTuber, I don't even know this YouTuber's name, or a YouTuber or a Twitcher, something like that, had made a riot out in New York over fucking some PlayStation 5 shit or some shit.
Oh no, I saw that. There was
That shit was nuts, bro.
they were doing a PlayStation 5
They got
giveaway.
PS5 now?
They were doing a PS5 giveaway.
Yeah.
In Central Park. And so
But I
many
didn't
people
understand
showed up.
how the riot or whatever fucking the mayhem, how it all ended
Trump.
up happening.
Yes, that's exactly right. It's
Trump
because
told
of white
somebody to
supremacy
go-
and
Trump
Donald
told
Trump.
somebody to go out there and go
Right.
do something, and then they all
No, this is a YouTuber
they
that
all
was
listen.
giving away.
No, the Jew's on the right path,
But
man.
yes, it's similar
That's what happened to
shit.
the Capitol building.
It's what we were talking about earlier,
Yeah.
Mike.
That's
People
what happened at the Capitol.
Well, see, the Jew unit, Mike and I were discussing prior to your arrival how people in this country are more apt to let their hatred drive their thought process, and that's part of why I've like sworn off hating political people. I don't like them, but I'm not going to let them have as much of me as hate.
The energy to put into, because people put energy into
No, but
it.
it's not even that. You know what it is? When I was a young man, here I am all old and shit now, but when I was a young man and they passed the Patriot Act, I was thoroughly fucking mad, and I hated George Bush for at least 18 months, if not 5 or 6 years. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how long, because it's all hindsight, you know what I mean? But at some point in that 18 months to 5 or 6 years, I realized that allowing myself to give that much of myself as to hate this person who in theory thinks they're doing the best that they can for what they think is right.
Yeah.
To let myself hate that person is giving at least 50%, if not 80% to 90% too much of me to that person.
Yeah.
But what it also does is it clouds my ability to interpret situations. And that's what so many people don't realize when they're allowing themselves to hate someone.
Yeah.
You're letting your hatred cloud your ability to objectively look at an individual situation. The fact that you hate this person lets you sit back and allow for things to happen that you should think of and go, you know what, that's unfair on a grand scale beyond what is my political belief on the situation. Like, I can dislike this person or like that person, and at the same time look at the situation and objectively go, that's fair or that's not fair.
Yeah.
And that is something that when you let hatred drive your belief system, when you let your hatred of Donald Trump or Joe Biden or whoever cloud your vision and ability to interpret reality, when you let that happen to yourself, you're so far out of bounds from where you should be. You know, and it's like George Bush taught me that. The Patriot Act taught me that. And I feel that I'm fortunate to have lived through that at a time when so many people thought everything was just fucking fine.
Yeah.
You know, and for the last 5 to 10 years, I've been so far removed from the negative feelings because all of it is shit that I foresaw coming long ago. And the reason I was able to foresee it is because I let go of my hatred for George Bush. It was prior to him being out of office that I'm not going to let myself hate this man anymore. I'm going to look at the situation and interpret it as best as I can. I'm going to pull from as many sources as I can information about whatever issue so that I can make like a hopefully enlightened perspective and statement and realization or awareness of the issue. You know what I mean? And it makes me sick that so many people are so caught up in their hatred that they can't let themselves look at the situation objectively. They have to go, this is...
Not only that, they can't see what's actually been happening to them and around them.
And to us, to all of us.
To everybody in general.
That's right. Like, this is ruining, like, people's ability to interact. Like, because people are letting their hatred drive their thought process. Like, it's okay for me to disagree with you about something.
And you know what? I don't even know. Okay, so here's my thought on it just now. Like, I think some of it's actual real hate, and then some of it's just because I gotta fit into this group. Since, you know, I agree with this, I should be mad about this too because they're mad about this.
But that's allowing your ideological perspective to drive your thought process. And
exactly.
It's the same basis where, like, your hatred or your adherence to your ideological, whatever you want to call it, that's clouding your ability to interpret the situation. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how to give it like a reference, but like if I loved a car, right? Because a car is a very simple thing, right? A car works or it doesn't work. But there's many degrees of fucked up in between. Right? Like, your car can be running perfect. Everything is perfect, like it's brand new straight out of the factory. Or you buy a used car with 250,000 miles on it, has many, many problems. That is what is equivalent to our government in this country right now, is a used car with way too many miles on it. And no one is willing to fix the things that are broken with it. And I don't understand that mentality. It's like, look, we can keep puttering on down the road, or we can try to fix this piece of shit
we're backfiring,
and make it run good.
It's like a Walmart cart right now. It's got, you know, every Walmart cart got something wrong with it. It's got that fucking sticky wheel. That shit's struggling, it's wobbling, doing this shit.
Like, when it comes to a car, though, there's a level of, is this worth the investment? Whereas I don't believe America, the United States of America, is not worth the investment no matter what the fuck it is. Like, I hate that people hate this country. It's one of the few things I allow myself to get to hate. Like, the fact that people can't admit that this is still a really good option.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's not a better place that I'd rather be.
It's just our...
That doesn't mean I think it's perfect.
Fuck no. By no means,
like,
no.
If your car doesn't steer right, and you replace everything involved with the steering it's gonna be better.
Yeah.
Now you can nickel and dime and go, okay, now maybe I can get away, but just throwing a new tie rod on and everything will get down the road.
But eventually that problem's going to come right back.
Exactly,
because you
my
never
point.
fixed the main issue.
Right.
Yep.
And we are so steadfastly not fixing our issues.
All I need is a motherfucker that wants to fix shit. Instead of saying, I don't like him, I don't like him. No. Well, who is there to say, hey, guess what? I'm going to fix something. I'm gonna try to fix this. I might not be the best at it, but I'm gonna at least put a good effort into working on fixing this.
I would rather rebuild the whole thing and make it work right than sit there and complain about it not working.
Hell yeah.
I'd rather put the effort into fixing the problem.
But that goes with anything. Like, all right, you heard about my shit about, my truck issues and shit.
Sure, you always got a truck issue.
Always got fucking something going on because they refuse to actually get it fixed right. They'll rather fucking spend the money and do some bullshit just to get it going long enough to fuck up again. And it's usually the same issue.
And that's literally
what's
I'm
exactly
talking
happening.
about.
Yeah.
Like if they
took the time and took it to the place,
it wouldn't be economical, but in the long run, it would be.
It'll pay for itself.
Fix the whole system.
Fix the whole fucking thing, and then it's going to pay for itself. It'll pay for it
because it won't break down over and over again. Yep. But the problem is that we as Americans are so caught up in being right over somebody else that we can't understand how to make a compromise because it's so I'm 100% right and you're 100% wrong. No, you're both a little bit right and a little bit wrong. And if you can't accept that and like try to make it right, try to make a compromise between your dumbasses, then like you're never gonna get anywhere.
Yeah, exactly. So Mr. Unit, man, how you feeling, bro?
I'm tired.
How long was you out there on the course today? Mr. Unit went golfing, ladies and gentlemen.
Probably about 5 hours.
God damn, no shade out that bitch?
Not really.
Yeah, I know it ain't no shade.
That'll wear you out. You know what you need to do instead of drinking booze? You need to drink a bunch of water.
I drank, I had a little bit of water. I had Gatorades out there. I ain't drink none.
Man said I had them out there, but I ain't drink none.
I got real fucked up Friday. I ain't really drank that much yesterday. I ain't drank shit today, so.
Hey, so you're doing alright. So that little bit of water intake might actually be helping you then.
It was just hot. It got hot as fuck like 2 hours ago.
Dude, it's been evil out there today.
But it wasn't too bad earlier. It wasn't too bad earlier. And shit, and, I mean, 80s, you know what I mean? It wasn't bad, but like last
it was
hour,
muggy,
it got ready to rain or something. It got hot as fuck.
Yeah, it got muggy, but fucking, oh man, Saturday was fucking a nice ass fucking day.
Saturday was nice. Yeah, we took the boat out there at Crockett.
I got a lot done yesterday.
Yeah, Saturday was real nice.
Watched the vet for a while. Got things nice and cleaned up.
Yeah, hell, matter of fact, this whole last week was nice, man. That motherfucker, no humidity all fucking week.
Yeah, it was nice.
Bruh, I could deal with that shit all, man, that whole fucking week. That week went by so fucking smooth,
it was in
man.
The 80s?
In the 80s, it was comfortable. You know what I mean? Besides,
it's funny, right? Because like where I work, the OG Bobby Knight Johnson took himself a fucking vacation. He's a big boy, so he's always like hot, too hot. Right? When it's hot out, he's like he's suffering.
Miserable.
Suffering. My man is suffering. So I found it amusing that he took vacation during the best, most comfortable week we've had in a couple of months.
And he probably went somewhere where it was fucking miserable.
Yeah, he went to Bermuda.
Oh damn! Shout out to my husky homies out there, man. You know, with the sweat rags. I know what y'all going through, brother. We have a rough time out here when the humidity gets high. Husky homies, voluptuous vixens, you gotta take care of yourselves out there. Powder up, deodorant strong.
Yeah, don't forget your Gold Bond powder.
Make sure you smooth and everything glides right.
I'm gonna give another shout out to the people that put on the Summer Canna Fest and the Commonwealth Canna crew, because they hit us up on the Instagram and said thank you for the shout out. So I'm hoping y'all are listening.
Hey, yo, appreciate y'all.
I'm hoping y'all are becoming regular listeners out there. You know what I mean? Because like I feel like we've been at this a long time, and I'm trying to garner more regular listeners.
Yeah.
And I don't mind throwing money at stuff that's a loss. You know what I mean? Because I'm proud of the way this sounds right now.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So loving the way we sound right now. Just
fucking good shit.
Here. Yep. I am so tickled with the sound, and it has something to do with tuning, and it has something to do with these mics.
That's all it is. Little bits by little bits, ladies and gentlemen. That's how it gets done.
That's right. You gotta keep grinding, y'all. That's the only way to get things finished.
Ain't nobody hit the motherfucking mega mill out there. Fucking billions of dollars. 1 point. Shit, it's probably 1.4.
1.5 or something. It's going to be more than that when it comes out. What is it, Tuesday?
Damn.
I don't know. It's sometime this week, I
I'm gonna
guess.
have
The
to
Mega
cop
or
a
the
ticket.
Powerball?
I'm gonna have to cop a
Mega.
ticket.
The mega one's in the billions now.
Let me ask you something. In theory, right? Say I win like $10 billion or some shit. Stupid money.
Yep.
And I say,
1 billion's fucking stupid money, but I mean, 10 billion.
Well, we're just
right,
going.
let's,
We're going.
let's, fine, let's call it a billion.
Okay.
Say I
we'll
win
go
$1 billion on
Okay.
Tuesday. Thursday, I call y'all motherfuckers up and I go, all right, look, I was the one that won. I'm gonna offer y'all $150,000 a year to do just this show.
All right, bet.
That's what I'm talking about. What about you, Jew? Are you gonna hard nose me for more money because I won $1 billion, or is 150K gonna be enough for you?
I'm going to have to go a little less because of technology that we're going to have to zoom in.
Oh, because he's
know what?
He's
Hold
running
on.
away. Okay.
I'm on the water.
You know what?
Hold up, I appreciate that.
I'm definitely not stocking at Walmart.
But we have to put a guarantee clause in there that you're going to be on the Zoom time when we zoom it.
See, the way that would work is like Mike, like a salary. 'Cause he's gonna be around. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have to give you a clause where it's like, all right, 150K
you just have
divided
to
by.
PayPal me per show.
No.
So that way.
You know
See,
what?
what you don't
Probably
understand is
he might be right
No,
with
no,
that.
no.
If
what
I'm not
he-
on, I don't get paid.
No, that's exactly right.
Yeah,
That's going to be the
exactly,
structure of the contract. Because if I say, all right, look, we're going to do 45 weeks a year, we're going to do 1 day a week. You know what I'm saying? And I need you to be there for that day, or you're not getting paid.
But look,
and 150K or whatever we renegotiate. Let's say 130. So Mike gets 150 because he's here living. He's with it. We go 130. We break that by 45, right? So hold on.
Hey, he put the math together right now.
I'm gonna do the math right now with you. Well, let's say, wait a minute. What's that? What? 130,000?
Yeah, 130,000.
130,000 divided by 45. That's $2,900 a week per se. That's $2,900 per show. It's technically $28,888, right? It's $28,888, right?
I think I get good satellite for that.
So, but that's my point, is that we would have to set it up where you're like, have the best facility possible, because
So
I know
that's
how
where
you know how.
look. That's where the other 20,000 go to is to the boat
saying.
to put the shit to hook it all up right.
Nah, because you know how Whoopi be. Whoopi can't not talk over you, Joy.
Yeah, true
Jew
that.
Behar.
Yeah.
You're Jew Behar. You're
Jew
Whoopi.
Behar.
You're Jew Behar and you're Whoopi, right? So, like, y'all can't not talk over each other sometimes. So we would have to have the greatest of investment to have the setup. But if you're going to be like the greatest thing, no, I would encourage you. I would hope that you would go to Smith Mountain Lake. Because we could do every other week there if we're getting, you know what I'm saying? We got money like that. We just go down and do the show with the Jew on the boat.
Yeah.
Know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I can do that.
But see, here's the thing though. He would
Now you're talking.
What?
I'm buying a ticket.
Now look, say he is in Florida, man. You seen Deep Blue Sea, right? With LL Cool J and Samuel L.
Yeah, with Samuel L.
That'd be this motherfucker, because he be out there and he be talking to us and be like, God damn, man, I got something on the line. And then all of a sudden, you know what? I'm a host.
All right, so
right, well, we told him he
up.
was going to get eaten.
So that would throw in monkey wrenches, because you know what that becomes? That's like, all right, Jew, we got to treat you like an athlete. Where like
we got to put liability,
put
life insurance
clauses
and all that shit.
and things that you're allowed to do and not allowed to do, and if this happens, you don't get no more money ever.
You can't go out. You can't go out Deep Blue Seaing.
Right, you can't Deep Blue Seaing. I gotta get you gotta stay on the lake.
Yeah, you gotta be on. We'll give you different lakes.
I signed you to 5 years lake contract. You can't go out into big water. But for 5 weeks a year, and if you do, that shit is too bad. Fuck you and your ass. Like, no money for you and nobody related to you.
Oh,
you better get a good insurance policy, bitch.
Oh, that's stupid. Oh man, hey, is that pole out there new? The big ass thick one, look like a shark pole.
Nah, that's my old shark pole.
Okay, I was like, damn, this motherfucker went and got a new shark pole.
I just took it on DC the other day and I just never got it out of my car yet.
He was trying to catch some of the mutant fucking fish out there.
That's what they all use. Is they fucking throw that thing out there, far as fuck.
You seen that guy doing the Kool-Aid chicken?
Yeah, we
That's
sent
what
you that
everybody be
shit.
doing now. Yeah, the Kool-Aid chicken or the Kool-Aid dough balls.
Dude,
Have you
everything's...
tried it?
Yeah, I like Jello better than Kool-Aid.
Okay.
Okay, look at that. My
Jello
man.
is a lot sweeter,
Don't tell nobody.
but it brings the bees.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay, I
Brings
believe
the
that.
bees.
I believe that.
brings the yellow jackets out.
They're like, hey, what
No,
you
not
got?
the yellow jackets. It's just little.
The little honeybees.
The little honeybees, yeah, the little regular bees.
Still, you don't want to deal with that if you don't have to.
No.
True. I can dig it.
But everybody uses that nowadays.
Yeah, dude, I've way too much fishing content on my Instagram. It fucking annoys me at this point. Like, I'm not the Jew unit, like, because I send you a couple of things.
That's
like,
the same thing. I send
hey,
2
you
or
wanna
3,
see
and
some
then
more
boom,
fish?
here's some more fish shit.
Got some more fish shit for you.
And I'm like, man, I don't need all that, but okay.
I'm still trying to figure out my man's spot. My man got a spot on the gram, and he be posting it. And I've been all around that motherfucker, and I don't know exactly where the fuck he at. He got to be like over there, like in the cat. There's like a section of land over there where I'm at, where it's all like White House security or like Secret Service this or some military base this.
Where you're at.
Where the spot right beside where I'm at, like the shit I can access.
Yeah.
But right over there, I don't know how you get there. It's all like fucking government shit, military shit. You see all the the fucking United States helicopters landing down in there and shit. Like
Oh
in the
shit, I
fucking
know
zones.
exactly
It's
where
like
you're at.
J-Bab or something like shit like around there or something like that.
I know where you're at.
Somewhere you're trying to steer clear of.
Well, dude's on there fishing from the shore, right there. Like we're on this side of the bridge, and he looks like he's on the other side of the bridge.
I know the
but
exit
I
you
can't
need to
get
take.
over there to figure out where he's actually at. I mean, I probably can, but I don't want to just be driving all around there and all this fancy, government area.
No,
I think I know the
understand
exit.
that.
I know the exit you need to take that'll get you by that water, because that's where I saw the eagle catch that fish and pull that motherfucker up out that damn water.
But I sent you pictures when I was over there at like across from Nats Park.
Yeah, I saw that.
Like he's like still in that same area, but I don't know where actually how he's getting there, unless he's like working construction or is in somewhere, or you can actually get around in those secret areas and
You can.
I'm sure you can
legally,
sneak around and fish, and it'd be real gray area as far as legality is
Yeah.
concerned. But like, I wouldn't want to fuck around.
But I looked on the shore to where he was, and I'm like, I don't see none of the structure that was around. Like he was on rocks and shit like that. I'm like, there's no rock bed nowhere around anywhere here. So I'm like, I don't fucking know.
Are you sure he's in the district?
Yeah, because he's fishing around that Frederick Douglass Bridge, and ain't but one of them motherfuckers.
I was just wondering, because man, sometimes you can be like,
But I don't know which side of the water he's on. You know what I mean?
Okay, gotcha. Makes sense.
I don't know if he's in, like I said, be DC on one side, and I guess Maryland on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know which side he's on.
Yo,
But if you're over there on the other side, the Nats Park side, I don't know how he got over there, because like Nats Park is fucking like right there. So I don't know. I guess you park on the street or somewhere around that motherfucker or something. I don't know. The area is wild right there. I don't really. There's a lot going on. I try to stay away from that kind of.
Yeah,
I mean, I know how he probably got access to it, because I've had to go down there and underneath that bridge that they built, that new shit. So I know how to get there. I can tell you what road to turn on there.
Yeah, but is it worth the hassle? I don't think
For
it
him,
is.
he would love it.
I don't think it, but I'm saying,
I mean, you can get there. It's just fucking.
I'm saying the potential problem is probably greater than
It possibly.
Well, not really. I mean, it's not like.
Man, they're not going down there to fuck with you. It's not really policed.
Yeah, it ain't nothing like that. I mean, most they'll give me was technically not fishing without a Maryland license or
Right,
DC
as long as you don't
license,
fire up a
wherever
London
I'm
broil
at.
over the grill or some shit, you know what I mean? Like, you'd be
Them
alright.
motherfuckers don't give a shit out there. They
real?
light that shit up walking down the
Yeah,
sidewalk.
yeah, fucking.
I'm not even talking. I'm talking about like literally. Don't take like chicken breasts with you and cook.
Oh no, yeah. See now, Dad, don't do that, because then he's gonna have the homeless cats fucking with him.
Yeah.
Like, oh, what you got over there cooking?
We do
Are
that
y'all
shit at
feeding
Haynes
us?
Point though, man. That's like that up there at Haynes Point.
Well, yeah.
Bring the tent and shit and make a day out of that place.
You see that shit with your boy, old Paul, the fake Paul, and Diaz.
I didn't see the fight.
Oh, I didn't see the fight either. I just heard.
I caught the highlights.
I tried to
and
order it and fucking they was fucking with me. Google was fucking with me. Cause I still don't have cable, so it was kind of hard trying to track that shit down. But then I tried to get
I would've thought it was
ESPN Plus again.
It was on the zone, so I would have thought you could do that on the web.
I don't know. I probably could have watched it. I don't know. I'll try and get on my TV. I mean, I probably could have got on my phone, but I don't think I could hook my phone up to my TV.
Well, you know what's funny? I thought about stopping by here after, like this morning. I was like, I should stop by to Jews last night. I was out riding around and shit because he probably had to fight, but you didn't. So
Nah, I was trying to, but
it went 10
rounds.
I watched the highlights. I really liked what Nate was doing. A lot of the time, I was really enjoying the highlights, but I don't know if I'd enjoyed the whole fight.
Nah. He probably got beat up probably the whole fight. Really,
he didn't, though.
He didn't.
He really,
They said that fucking Jake just won by a scorecard.
Jake won on points.
Yeah.
He knocked him down like 2 or 3 times.
No, he knocked him down once. And I tell you what, I'd call it like an off-balance hit. I don't think Nate really went down.
He knocked damn near through the ring though a little bit though, man.
It's because of the way he was moving. If you watch the highlights, he was moving and he got caught and he fell. You know what I mean? Where like if he wasn't moving the way he was moving and got caught the same way,
he'd have
took the shot and it wouldn't have been a problem. But he went down. That's why he got up and kind of looked around like, damn. You know, because that was a balance issue. It wasn't he got tagged in a way that
he wasn't getting up wobbly.
He wasn't exactly. He wasn't brained. He like literally like he tumbled over. Like it's like his arms and his feet moved across the floor. Like in MMA, he'd have just turned up and been back on his feet. It wouldn't even have really counted.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It wouldn't have been something in MMA that would have mattered.
They saying that fucking Jake Paul said if he beat him,
said he wants it.
He was gonna take him in the cage. Honestly, I still
He's gonna
don't
do that.
understand.
He wants $10 million for that.
I don't understand the fucking.
He can't. He will destroy him. Nate's gonna destroy him in there. But he's not gonna. He's gonna do that. He's gonna take that fight because he already called him. He already told him, "I want $10 million. Let's take you to the ring."
But see, I still don't.
And Nate said, "All right, I kicked you in the first round or something, and I choked you out in the 8th round, so I already won that." I said, "Come on, bro. Come on, man." Which he did. He put him in that guillotine. He locked him up real quick, and Jake like. The picture got him standing like
I don't understand the infatuation of this motherfucker Jake Paul. I don't get it. I don't understand.
I don't know, but he had to win because if he lost, he was out, right? Jake Paul, they couldn't fight no more, some bullshit like that. He had to retire, I think I heard.
It just doesn't make sense to me.
I'll tell you this though: the shots Nate was throwing, he wasn't fully loaded. He wasn't hitting him as hard as he could.
He wasn't bleeding. He got to be bleeding to really give you 100%.
No. Look, he was scoring points. What he was doing was hitting him repeatedly. Like, if he had been able to put a little more oomph on him on each of those shots, man, good lord.
But Nate, you said the weigh-in, he didn't give a fuck. He was like, man, it's like you woke him up off the couch after he was drinking, like having a good bender.
Nate's just trying to get paid. He ain't worried about that bullshit and all the hype and that little man right there.
Exactly.
He's doing some boxing. He ain't even no boxer. He don't give a fuck.
Right,
He's just trying to get paid.
Well, and that was pretty clear, but he was throwing hands in a way.
Well, he's still going to fight. He's a fucking fighter. You know what I'm
saying? He was throwing combos and he was getting through the defense. He was hitting him uppercut after uppercut after uppercut in the highlights that I was seeing. Now I don't know what was happening outside of that 10 minutes that they cut together in the
I didn't see really
30 minutes fight.
I saw him get knocked down a little bit. That was the only kind of half-ass highlight I saw.
No, I've really enjoyed the 10-minute highlights of the fight. It made me like glad I didn't watch it, glad I was able to watch the highlights, but like Nate held it down. He was not in trouble in my opinion at any point.
No, not at all. Yeah, I knew that. I'm pretty sure he was going to. I knew the only way he'd knock him out if Nate just did that fucking put his hands down, just fucking with you kind of shit. And then
the last couple of rounds, Jake was running from him because he would start tuning him up, and Jake would get out of there, and then Nate would be like, "Yo, y'all see, you don't want to fight me, right?" Like he was turning his back on him. He was doing Nate Diaz.
Yeah, he's doing the Nate shit.
He was doing that shit. He would turn and talk to the crowd, like, "Y'all see him running from me?" And then he'd turn around and be like, "What? Where you at? If you was really fighting me, you'd have he'd have turned around and
like Nate Diaz.
You know what I'm saying? He'd have caught it in the face, but that wasn't what was happening. It was like to me, Jake was running the last quarter of the fight, easy, if not the last third of the fight.
Because he thought he was already going to have him knocked out.
No, he knew he had him on points, and he knew the only way he was going to lose that fight is if he let himself get into a real fight and get his ass beat, because that's what was happening.
See, I like Nate, but the whole, like I said, I still don't understand the infatuation with this Jake Paul dude.
It's because he's a douchebag, and everybody wants to see a douchebag get knocked out.
Like I said, all I know
it's the same formula that got Floyd Money Mayweather.
Yeah, because everybody wants to see
much money.
Yeah.
Floyd get knocked the fuck out. Oscar De La Hoya, everybody want to see that motherfucker get knocked the fuck out.
But
he wasn't no hype like Floyd. No, he wasn't no hype like Floyd or anybody else. But everybody's got their fucking hypes. It's like Goldberg in wrestling 30 years ago, how they was lying. That motherfucker went 700 undefeated matches and she only fights one time a week. In 2 years, he gets 700-1 or whatever the fuck. How freaking only fight one time a week? Not even that.
He wasn't some spectacular wrestler.
Yeah, and he wasn't no amazing jump, but his numbers never made sense. You know, never added up.
Well, I guess yeah, because you know it was the same thing with Kimbo and UFC and fucking.
It's just a draw shit.
When Brock Lesnar went to the UFC, they're like, "Oh, Brock Lesnar's gonna be this beast." I'm like, all Brock can do is tackle you. Doesn't really have no skill when it comes to fighting besides laying his big ass on top of you.
He could put some serious hands to you though if he hit you.
If he could, that was the thing.
Get a hold of you.
If you're a talented MMA guy, though, you got a solid shot against him.
Frank Mir and Brock took him down. Frank just locked his ankle up. The match was overdone.
Right.
You know, Brock couldn't do shit. Like, he was afraid to be taken down. You know, you get a big dude like that down and he don't have no skills on his back, you just fucking that big motherfucker up all day.
He just wobbling around like a turtle on his back.
Yeah. Like, I remember one fight I seen Brock in, and he just laid on top of the dude, and just his body weight just wore that motherfucker down. Like, the dude just got tired of.
Well, that was one of the things Nate was doing in the thing. He was leaning on Jake a lot in the early rounds.
Because they were talking about how Jake was hugging him the whole time. I didn't see any of the highlights.
When he was like, he would lean on him. Like, Jake would get in close, and if he was going to grab him, like, Nate would grab him, but then he'd like lay on him so that he was like wearing himself out. Like, Nate fought a really smart fight from what I could tell from the 10 minutes of highlights.
Yeah.
Like, an extremely smart fight. It took him a couple rounds to get going. Like, it's Nate Diaz. It takes him a couple rounds to get going.
He's got to taste his own shit.
Yeah, exactly. He's got to get punched in the mouth a few times before he's like, oh, okay, I guess you're actually trying to fight.
That's right.
Yeah. Because if you ain't stinging him to where it's busting him open,
Nate
he ain't
Diaz
worried about
almost
it.
needs to get punched in the face before the fight even starts.
Yeah, he needs to get beat up before.
Right.
Like, you need to jump him before.
That's what it is. He needs to jump. He needs to jump
before he gets started.
Nate Diaz got jumped before the fight, he would have beat the shit out of Jake Paul.
If he's like a Briggs, you hook up fucking car battery joint to his nipples. I bet you he'd turn it, let that motherfucker loose.
Yeah, Briggs.
Yeah,
if he put him up with the
have him in his locker room strapped up like this. He ready. Yeah, he ready. Oh, come on, yes, I'm coming for you, Jake. I'm coming for you. Like. He be straight, yo. Come on that motherfucker like Tasmanian Devil and fuck shit up. It's like, there was one fighter that used to get smacked up before he got in the ring. He was golden, He had the long ass curly hair short motherfucker, man. I can't remember him. But he come to the ring and his homies would fucking, like, Ric Flair chop him and smack the shit out of his fucking face, get him going.
Like Dusty Rhodes, maybe?
No, this is an MMA fighter.
Oh, MMA.
I couldn't remember who he was. He was one of the ones when we were younger, coming out. Are you playing the part?
Working on it.
Badass soldier.
Yeah, this right here.
Yeah, they is in the warm up.
They gotta like let him break out.
That's what it is. Yeah, you gotta keep him in captivity.
Exactly.
Keep him in captivity until the day of the fight. Yeah. You gotta let him ready to chew his own ankle off.
We got you in the back, Nate. We're gonna tie you to the fucking chains. We're gonna hit you with the fucking water and the goddamn car battery. Then we're gonna let you, if you're capable, if you are actually able to. That's how you gotta put it to him. You know, you gotta go, yeah, Jake, or Nate, if you're actually able to get loose, then you can go fight.
Yeah.
But basically, we're gonna keep you back here and torture the whole time and be like, yeah, Nate's a bitch. He's not coming out.
Yeah, get that motherfucker in his feral mode.
All up in his
He's gotta get worked up. He's gotta be like Wolverine going berserk. He gotta get ready.
Come out after that like this.
Just light motherfuckers up. Yeah.
Like this.
It would have been a whole different ball. But see, I mean, I get the draw
if
for
Nate
the money.
Says, well, what did the one shepherd say to the other shepherd? Let's get the flock out of here. You hear him?
Who's next?
That's Nate.
I don't know. I guess it bothers me because it's like the fucking pay-per-view draw. Like, you know, they're only doing. Everybody knows this is only for fucking money. So you know, you pay all this money, you don't get what you want to see.
The beef is not real enough.
Nah, it ain't. It ain't. Like, Oh, Jake Paul got to really disrespect the motherfucker to get him in the mood to where, like, I really want to break this motherfucker's soul.
But you know it's not real.
That's the thing. Yeah, that's just what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. Like, yeah.
The hatred is not real enough.
It's not. It's that fake hate. You know?
Yeah. They don't hate like people hate Trump.
Nah, they don't. You know what I mean? Even the people that do, it's still fake hating out there. It's a lot of fake hating.
That's it. Ladies and gentlemen.
Motherfuckers just, hey, I gotta find what to be mad
What's going on with that, Trump? I know they was...
We'll get to that next episode.
Yeah, we'll get to that one next one.
With that said...
I'm working tomorrow.
With that
You'll
said...
be working.
Damn it.
Let's, that brings us to the close of the show. I don't even know what to say anymore. The show sounds so good I've lost all focus. Anyway, with that said... What the fuck do I normally say here, Mike?
See y'all bitches later.
Yeah, see y'all bitches later.
Be nice to people that look like you.
Ladies and gentlemen, be nice to people that look like you. Be nice to people that don't look like you. Don't be a dick.
Little bit by little bit, ladies and gentlemen. Keep moving forward.
That's right. Keep grinding on the shit that you're trying to get done, because that is how things get done.
We believe in you.
That's right. Don't forget just how much we love you.
We love y'all.
We wish you guys nothing but the best.
All day, every day.
And peace be with you.
Go.
Peace.